This is your reflections notes review. Use the number line to determine the location of each description below. A, the opposite of 6. So what we're going to do is 0 is very important. If I'm at 6, that means I'm 6 units right. If I want the opposite, I have to be 6 units opposite of 0, which means I will be at -6. So if I'm 6 units right, now I'm 6 units left. If I'm at -5, which is 5 units left, now I'm going to be 5 units right, which is +5. The opposite of 2 is -2. What patterns do you observe when determining the opposite of a number? It's the same distance away from 0, just in a different direction. Then we get to our vocab. Reflections. A reflection flips a figure over a line of reflection in order to create a mirror image. Each reflected point of the figure should be the same distance from the line of reflection on the opposite side. So pre-image is the image being reflected, which is our original point. So we'll just call it A. After we reflect it and we have a new point, it's then called our image, the reflection of the pre-image, and we're going to label it A prime. It's basically just the letter with a little parenthesis. Now it says, highlight and identify the line of reflection in the following examples. Number 1, we can see our original smiley face, and we'll call it A. And they reflected it over this line and made it over here, which is A prime. Okay, so the line that they reflected that smiley face over is the y-axis. Think about it like they opened the book and then they closed the book. Now it's on the right side. For number 2, we had our smiley face up top, and then they reflected it, and now it's down below, B prime. So the line that they flipped the face over, our line of reflection, is the x-axis. And then we've got our heart face over here, and we'll say they started out on the right side just for fun. And then they flipped it over this line of reflection, and now C prime's over here. So our line of reflection that we just crossed was the y-axis. Number 4, Sylvia reflects the original points to create a new image, shown to the right. Use the image to answer the questions below. So our pre-image is A, that's our original point, and then they reflect it, and our new image is A prime. So what is the line of reflection? Are we crossing the x-axis or the y-axis? The answer is the x-axis. In what quadrant was the original point located? 1. In what quadrant is the new picture located? 2, 3, 4. 4. What do I notice about the ordered pairs? My x value stayed the same, and my y values changed signs. 3 and 3 are the same, and 4 and -4 means we changed signs. They're the opposites. Number 5, reflect triangle WXY over the y-axis. So we're going to flip it over this line, going up and down. Then answer questions A through C. Before I do anything, my pre-image, I'm going to mark down my points, W, X, and Y. So W is at -7, +6. -7, 6. X is at -2, 4. And Y, -7, 2. Okay. So now that we have our points, now I'm going to reflect it over the y-axis. So all we're going to do is flip this triangle. Think about it like your piece of pizza is upside down, and now we want it right side up in this quadrant. So since my X value is 2 units left, now it's going to be 2 units right, X prime. Since W is 7 units left, I want it to be 7 units right, W prime. And since Y is 7 units left, I want it to be 7 units right. And then you connect your dots, and we have our shape. Okay, now they're like a mirror. So now we have to put our new points. Where's W prime? It's 7, 6. X is at 2, 4. And Y is at 7, 2. What line did we reflect over? What's our line of reflection? The y-axis. Part C, describe how the reflection affected the x and y values of each vertex. Okay, so looking at my points, my x values changed signs, and my y values stayed the same. So if you're flipping over the y-axis, your x changes. If you're flipping over the x-axis, your y changes. Okay, so you just got to remember that. Number 6, reflect rectangle LMNO over the x-axis, and then answer questions A through C. All right, so automatically, just by them saying that, my line of reflection is the x-axis. And I'm going to record points L, M, N, and O before we do anything. L is at -5, -2. Left 5, down 2. M, -2, -2. N, -2, -7. And O is at -5, -7. Okay, so now it says we have to flip it over the x-axis. What I told you was our x values will stay the same, but our y values will change. So M is 2 units down. Well, now M's going to be 2 units up. M prime. L is 2 units down, so now L is going to be 2 units up. L prime. O is 7 units down, so now O is going to be 7 units up for O prime. And N was 7 units down, so it's going to be 7 units up for N prime. If you connect them, you can see we have the same shape. So L becomes -5, +2. M becomes -2, +2. N becomes -2, +7. And O becomes -5, +7. Okay, our x values stayed the same, and our y values changed signs. Number 7, the pre-image of a triangle has vertices at 3, -1, 4, -3, and 2, -4. So F, E, and D. Okay. And we could connect the triangle. Nisha reflected the triangle over the y-axis, so which means we're flipping over this line, and was asked to describe the location of the image. Do you agree or disagree with her statement? Use the graph at the right to help. All right, so let's reflect it. If D is 3 units right, now D is going to be 3 units left, D prime. If E is 4 units right, now E is going to be 4 units left, E prime. And if F is 2 units right, F is going to be 2 units left, F prime. So if I make my triangle, let's see, the image will be in quadrant 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. Quadrant 3 is good. D prime is at -3. Oh, disagree. D is at -3, -1, but she says 3, 1. Those are positives. Wrong. E prime, 4, 3, positives, wrong. And F, 2, 4, positives, wrong. The y values stay the same when reflecting across the y-axis. Okay, well, our y values did stay the same, so that's good. I agree with Q3, good. Y stayed the same, good. But her 3 ordered pairs, these points should be negative.